Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's reading. I'm sorry I've been missing in action for a few days. Sundays are my normal day off, but then I wasn't feeling too well for the past couple days, so every time I would talk, I would just get a terrible migraine. So I'm back in business today, and hopefully I won't need any more time off, but it was good to have that when I needed it. So as far as the energy that I've been channeling today, the theme has been, getting back my confidence. And I feel like this is definitely a mirrored energy for the divine feminine and masculine in the collective. So that is what I wanted to look deeper into today and just kind of see what comes through, because it really does seem like it's a positive thing. There's a sense of a shift happening from stuckness to forward movement, like gaining momentum in the forward direction. So that is really, really positive. And it feels like we're going to get some positive messages through here today. I'm planning on using my Gilded Tarot Royale deck. Actually, I just received the Tarot Illuminati in the mail today, and this is such a gorgeous deck, you guys. The artwork and everything is so amazing. Oh, it's upside down. I mean, it's so different, but I wanted to use this for today's reading. But however, the edges are gilded, and therefore it's really still in that phase of getting stuck to one another. It's not really shuffling as well right now. I need to give it some time to kind of break in, and then maybe I'll be able to use it. I was so excited to use it for today's reading, but oh well. I guess I'll have to wait a little bit. At least it's in. So I'll be using this deck instead. As I shuffle the cards, you can set your own intentions for this reading, either in your mind out loud or in the comments, however it feels good to you. Right away, we got some pretty good cards here, you guys. I usually try to get through your 4 before I read into the energy, but I am just really, I heard Spirit say confidence and communication, which is so synchronistic with the gaining confidence message that I started this video with. So we have the Ace of Swords here. Communication is coming in pretty fast. The bird in this picture is very significant, and this is going to be significant for different people in different ways. However, it's telling me about the speed at which this communication is coming in. It's literally flying into you because it has been pent up for so long. Balance is being regained here. There are some internal wounds that the masculines in the collective are still trying to free themselves from. I heard abusive childhood, so it could be that certain masculines in the collective experienced some form of abuse in their childhood years. And this is very heavy energy as it's coming through. What I'm picking up on intuitively is that these wounds are not fully on the conscious level for the masculines that this reading might resonate with. They are aware of the fact of what happened to them, but they are not fully aware of all the aspects in which that is affecting their life. And so that has been a long drawn out battle for this masculine, because what I'm sensing as I tap into this energy is that many relationships in the past for this masculine have failed due to these inner wounds. And then there was a shift in the masculine from really desiring that true, permanent, unconditional love to I just want to have fun with no strings attached because true love hurts too much. This is really just what I'm picking up on energetically, and I feel like this shift for the masculine must have happened somewhere around maybe, after his college years, or I'm hearing like early 20s. So it could be for different people around those different time frames. But there's definitely a rebalancing that's happening here, a restabilizing, especially of the root chakra for many divine masculines and feminines in the collective. For the feminines, I'm feeling like they are gaining stability and confidence within themselves, especially financially. Like, for some reason, the Pentacles is being shown to me in my third eye. So many feminines in the collective are really working on a higher level of financial independence. This doesn't mean that you weren't necessarily financially independent before, but it means that you are gaining a higher degree of financial independence to where you're realizing that you can actually live out the lifestyle with the luxury that you desire on your own income. And you are not worried about finding a mate for financial reasons as well, that you are becoming more grounded, more confident and secure in your own abilities, and you're providing for yourself that, in a way that you never realized was possible. You had been providing for yourself for some time. You were able to maintain yourself and even possibly others on your income. But now you're realizing that there's so much more you can do. There's a different level of horizons opening up for you that's giving you freedom, confidence, and really just inner joy. So that's what I'm feeling energetically with this Judgment card. Two of Cups, yes. So with this rebalancing and with this restabilizing, you're actually becoming more magnetic for the love that you desire. I heard ready to exchange your cup of love. So you're not only ready to give your cup of love to your divine counterpart, you are also ready to receive in a way that will balance the connection. So I heard equal give and take. Like, that is actually what is being manifested here. Walking away from imbalances is what I just heard Spirit say. So very synchronistic. Many masculines, especially in the collective, seem to be realizing that the situations that they had found themselves quote unquote stuck in was the root cause of the imbalance in all other aspects of their life, that they weren't really able to function or enjoy life the way that it's meant to be, because they were tied into a routine of imbalance. I just heard Spirit say routine of imbalance. So that makes a lot of sense in that, people will often feel like they can't do what they want when they're not balanced enough to do it. So regaining this internal balance is really a prime theme here for the manifestation of desires. And that's really what I feel like is literally around the corner for so many. If you've been following me, you know that we are in a reunion window here for True Twin Flames up through the month of June, and the next one will open in the fall. So for those who are due for reunion in June, wow, look at that. Yes, Queen of Cups for sure. You are stepping into a mode where you are not overgiving of yourself. You are actually standing in your power in a way that makes you more attractive for love. And I do feel like many biological masculines in the collective will resonate with the feminine energy reading for today. It's just something that this is a shift that has been going on in the collective for potentially the past 2 weeks or so. And I'm feeling it pretty strongly today. So you could be biologically a masculine and resonate with divine feminine energy readings, and vice versa, because as far as the reading is concerned, we're simply reading energy here. We are not referring to biology. So it is completely normal to resonate with the opposite gender energy because it's not referring to gender, if that makes sense. So both the masculines and the feminines are in their own ways really stepping into their power. They are really learning how to balance their need to please those around them with their need to find their own satisfaction. So breaking codependent ties, as I just heard Spirit say, is another prime theme here. And that is going to bring forth some very passionate communication. When the twin flames in the collective reunite during this window, they are going to have some heart-to-heart conversations that are really riveting, because these conversations are not only long overdue, but you are also, addressing everything from the past that needs resolution and closure to everything in the present and the future that that concern you and your connection. So these are really going to be some ignited, for lack of a better word, communications that are taking place between twin flames and the collective. And this is a beautiful sign of the ascension that's been taking place, because now you're not in that space of having to worry about losing the connection or the relationship, because you can never lose the connection, right? But you're not in that space of worrying about losing the relationship if you express yourself. You're kind of in that space of, not expressing my needs properly was a part of the issue in the past. And now my counterpart really needs to be aware of what these issues are and how it affects me, so that we can work on it together and we can move forward in our connection. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Yes, your hard work is paying off, is what I just heard Spirit say. And this is for both the divine feminines and the masculines in the collective. Your hard work really is paying off. There are so many shifts that are happening in the 5D that you are not able to see in the 3D just yet. But these shifts are happening, and they're happening internally. And as I always say, this is a rebalancing and uprooting process. So you don't always see it when things are being uprooted slowly, because the work is mostly underground, right? The roots getting loosened up from underground. And then finally, when that yank comes to where the root becomes visible on the surface, that's when you see actual movement here. But you need to go through that process of, loosening the roots from the underground first before you can just yank up a tree and have its roots exposed. So, and as I say that, I see 1212 on my recording timer. So those who are resonating with this reading, 1212 could definitely be a major angel number for you. And that signifies luck and love. So this means that, your luck for your connection is literally right around the corner. Abundance is coming. Reunions are coming. Defensiveness is coming down, because as the twin flames in the collective are stepping into their power, they're not having to battle the mental angst of having to balance other people over themselves. They are now kind of realizing what they're entitled to as far as their energy, that other people are not necessarily entitled to their energy. Their energy belongs to them, and they choose how to channel it. They are the conscious creator of their life. Their circumstance should not be creating their life for them. They should not ever allow themselves to be in such a passive state. Like, these are the thoughts that I'm actually actively hearing going through people's mind in the collective as I'm tapping into this energy. So this is some really empowering, beautiful realizations that people are having in the collective that are allowing these connections to move forward and to actually, have some sort of shift be seen in the 3D here relatively soon. We have the Page of Swords here. So swords, again, is communication. So communication is really being highlighted here along with this confidence and rebalancing. But this page is like, he's thinking in terms of goals. This is how I view the Page of Swords. He has a goal in mind, and he has a mission to accomplish that goal. He does not like to take U-turns or beat around the bush with things. He wants to just get out into the open, whatever it is that his mission is that he's out there to do. And in this case, it's communication about a certain topic, about whether it's a love offer or taking a commitment, or bringing in a commitment to a connection and calling it a relationship, or taking a connection to a higher level, to another level, like progressing something. I just heard Spirit say setting a foot forward. So that is what this page to me really symbolizes. He's not like the Page of Cups that's really curious and, childlike. This page is very like down to business. And even though he's young, he's actually very, I just heard businessman like. So I'll use that word. Spirit says businessman like. So that is how this page comes across. And I think that is where the struggle is for many divine masculines in the collective, where they know exactly what they need to say, they know what they want to say, but they're fearing how it's going to be received on the other end. So instead of taking action, they're kind of spending all this time calculating how to present what they need to present, how to make sure that, they say what they need to say, and how to filter the words that they use, or probably the words that they use, so that they get the outcome that they're hoping for. There's so much regret in so many in the collective, and this is definitely masculine energy that we're speaking to here. I just heard Spirit say pile of regret. So there could definitely be many masculines in the collective who are feeling like they are a pile of regret, because there's so much reminiscing on the past and what went wrong and what they're hoping to shift here. But the fact is that both counterparts truly have come a long way. They are feeling exhausted, they are worn out, they are energetically drained, there's no doubt about that, but they really have come a long way compared to where they were in the past. There has been a significant degree of energy healing, energy clearing that has been taking place cosmically, that, ascension symptoms are felt by so many twin flames because we are spiritually so in tune and energetically very sensitive. So yeah, the High Priestess. Right now, part of what is being rebalanced is our need to be able to see every aspect of the journey of our counterpart. This is not meant to be revealed to us for various reasons, because number one, when you learn to lean into the unknown, when you learn to lean into the shadows and just have faith, you find a strength within yourself. You find a power within yourself that you probably never knew you had. And this actually helps trigger your counterpart into a higher level of ascension and trust in the connection, because humanly it's just not possible to know every single aspect of everything, right? And our lives were not designed to be, in front of our eyes before things unfold naturally. So as one counterpart, whoever the awakened counterpart is in your connection, typically it is the feminine energy that is more awakened at first. And the divine masculines tend to go through their awakening afterwards. This feminine energy, as she learns to stand in her power and lean into the shadow, she's actually acting as the light at the end of the tunnel for her masculine. It becomes like a symbol of strength for the masculine, that this is truly, what it takes to survive in this connection and to thrive while you're at it. Because it's not just about survival, right? This connection is meant to help you fulfill your soul purpose here on this planet. And you have a joint mission as twin flames as to what it is that you need to do here. That whatever your mission is on earth, it's together, it's for both of you. The Hierophant card came out, you guys. And for this, I just heard, have faith in your counterpart, have faith in their commitment to you. The Hierophant is literally like marriage level commitment. This is the highest level of commitment you can possibly get in a connection when this card comes out. And for twin flames, this is what they need to remember, that spiritually, on a soul level, they are literally each other's. They don't belong to anybody else but to each other. because as twin flames, they are literally one soul housed in two bodies. Sometimes they tend to forget that they are actually the same person, that they are actually a mirror of one another. So having doubts, fears, insecurities about your twin flame is actually a direct reflection of the doubts, fears, and insecurities that you may have about yourself. So commitment to yourself, ascending, becoming the best version of you, and as Spirit said earlier, putting your best foot forward, is actually a commitment to your twin flame as well. Because as the awakened one, you are the one who, by doing these things, are able to trigger your counterpart into doing the same. So this Hierophant card here is extremely significant. It's extremely symbolic to this energetic message that's coming through. If you pay attention to his aura and the glow around him, this is really talking about the level of spirituality and purity that is involved in twin flame love. That this is not an earthly love. This is not a soulmate connection or just some, somebody from your soul tribe where it's just going to roll so easily. Twin flames are so intense in their connections. Twin flames are so heavily intertwined with each other energetically, spiritually in the 5D, and then that manifests also in the 3D through triggering, through energy exchanges, through telepathic communication, and so many other things. That on a spiritual level, twin flames are literally already married. They don't even have to be in any physical proximity to one another to exchange energy. And yet they can find the support that they need in each other's energy at any time, just by leaning into it, by silencing their ego mind and reconnecting with their higher selves, and as a result, reconnecting with their twin flame's higher self. I just saw the 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So there have been a lot of burdens in the collective that is now being released. And this is such beautiful energy, you guys, because there's balance. This is exactly what is helping balance to be restored here. This is exactly what needed to happen, that upheavals are very, very common at different intervals in twin flame connections, because that's kind of what brings the twin flames back onto their path for reunion. This is what helps reunion happen. So when upheavals happen in your life and you feel like really bogged down by those burdens and those tower moments, those are meant to make you so uncomfortable that you are really forced to release them. Because otherwise, people tend to find comfort in their discomfort. Like they tend to get comfortable in their discomfort because it's familiar. Sometimes you need that additional push from the universe to allow yourself to get uncomfortable in a different way, rather than getting comfortable in this discomfort over here. You're taking it a step further and you're getting uncomfortable outside of that 3D physical comfort zone, and you are searching how to make your life better, how to manifest what it is that you actually want, rather than just feeling stuck and hopeless. So sometimes you have to make a mess in order to clean a mess, right? And that's what this twin flame journey is really kind of all about. Like, you are actually making a mess to clean up the mess here with your counterpart. Wow, guys. The Queen of Pentacles had come out earlier, and so this is really showing, it's very synchronistic of that financial stability and balance being gained in the divine feminines in the collective that I spoke on earlier in the video. This is direct confirmation of that yes, the divine feminines are not only stepping into their Queen of Cups mode that's making them more attractive emotionally for the love that they desire, but also financially they're becoming so independent that that chaser energy is just leaving completely, that they are finding that fulfillment within themselves that so far they had been seeking through their twin flame. And once that happens, that's when you truly release, right? That's when true surrender happens, when you realize that, yeah, I wanted that, but I guess, I don't need it. It would be nice if I got it, but hey, I don't need it. I'm happy either way. And boom, the next thing you know, whatever you just released is at your door. So that's literally what is happening right now. These are such powerful shifts, and I really love this energy. Oh my gosh, the Empress. Yes, this is exactly what these beautiful divine feminines in the collective are stepping into, is Empress mode energy. And then here we have the Five of Swords, that I'm done betraying myself. And I heard a divine masculine and divine feminine both kind of synchronistically at the same time step in to say that. So both counterparts had really been feeling like, on some level, and you'll know how this resonates for you because this is a collective reading, but they had really been feeling a sense of self-betrayal by not being true to the life that they desired, by staying stuck in those discomforts, those patterns that we just spoke on. So now they're done with that. Those cycles are ending. If you're seeing the angel number 1010, that is a huge indication of karmic cycles ending, cycles closing out, and new beginnings just literally around the corner. So, oh my goodness, yeah, Eight of Swords. I'm not going to tie myself down anymore, is what I just heard Spirit say. I'm not going to tie myself down anymore. So there has been, like in my third eye, I'm being shown a person in a cage, but then it kind of zooms out and I see that cage just being in their mind. It's like a picture in their mind. And so all this time, these counterparts had been thinking, oh, I'm tied down to these obligations. There's this obstacle, that obstacle, that this cage is actually just bursting open on its own. Like I'm seeing the person inside the cage in my third eye. I'm seeing them walk up to the cage and just do this to the door, like literally poke a bar with their finger and the door swings open. And they realize that, wow, all this time, that's all I had to do to free myself. That's all I had to do to free myself. Like I had to walk up and open that door. That door was not locked. I was not barred in. I had shut that door and forgotten that I have the power to reopen it. So this is the power that the collective is stepping into, and this is such beautiful ascension energy. We have the Three of Cups. There's celebration, you guys. This is true, utter celebration. And this is also the card of reconciliation. So many 3D reunions are actually already happening. And they'll continue to happen through this reunion window. So for those of you who have been on this journey and you're resonating with this energy, just know that you're almost home. It's been difficult. It's been a lot of upheaval, a lot of rebalancing, a lot of uprooting, but you are truly almost home. The soulmate card. So this twin flame journey, we both know, is an immense roller coaster. Soulmate connections tend to be a lot easier when you compare it to the twin flame journey. No connection is 100% easy peasy, right? It all requires work, no matter what it is. But the level of work that a twin flame connection requires probably doesn't have anything to be compared to. And for those of us who are on this journey, we know that at a level that nobody else who's not a twin flame could probably ever understand. So there are so many traumas that tend to surface on this journey. There's so much triggering that happens. There's so much shadow work that we are faced with. There are so many inner child wounds that we are faced with. And we often operate off of energy that's not ours because we mirror our twin flame. And sometimes we don't realize when that's happening. And so we start running off of their energy instead of our own, which is why energy clearing and grounding is so important. If that's something that you have been having a difficult time with, I have created a document called my Twin Flame Manifestation Affirmations. You can purchase those from me through my Instagram. I'll leave my Instagram handle in the description box. The price is $150. It's been in use for almost a decade. I've used them with my live coaching clients and now through my more recent Instagram clients as well. So many people have already stopped by to purchase their copies. For all of those who provided a testimonial, you can actually visit my Instagram profile and click on the highlight titled Affirmations. And there you can see the testimonials from my past coaching clients and my more recent Instagram clients. I highly, highly recommend this document. Think of it as an investment in your mental health because that is exactly what this document is. There's mentoring and coaching tips and tricks in there that I only used to give my paying clients, and now you're getting it through my document in a summary form. You are, getting over 100 affirmations that are all encompassing, for all areas of life, whether it's manifesting abundance, a job, self-concept, your twin flame, you name it. It's pretty much all in there. And I give you a system, a literal breakdown of how to use these affirmations in order to serve the purpose that you are trying to serve at that point in time. And all of that information is in this PDF document. I will email it to you once you purchase it from me, and you will have it for life. It's not a link that you have to download or anything. It's literally a PDF attachment in an email that I will send to you, and you can print it out. You will have it for the rest of your life. I highly recommend this document. So many people that have purchased it have really seen shifts. They have also, many of them have actually manifested what they were trying to go for. There are people who have actually manifested a higher level of commitment from their counterpart. There are people that have manifested their counterpart back into their life, into reunion after a long period of separation. There are people who have manifested homes, their jobs, colleges of their choice. So people have used it according to that system and really seen results. So this is why I believe in that document so deeply. And I personally also use these affirmations. They were created by me. So I use them myself and I give them to my clients. So if there's something that you would like to manifest into your life that you are having a hard time with, if you are on this twin flame journey and just need help clearing your energy and realigning with that vibration of union so you can manifest it back into your physical 3D, this is the document that I would personally highly, highly recommend for you. So I accept Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and you can pick whichever of those three modes you like. If you're sending on PayPal, though, my only request is that you send as friends and family, and that allows me to get the full amount, and that also allows the payment to not go into pending. So all you have to do is direct message me on Instagram with a screenshot of your payment and the email that you would like this document sent to, and I will gladly send it out to you. So I do recommend that. Think about it. It is definitely an investment in yourself, in your energy, in your mental health, as I like to call it. So that is there for you. And my Instagram handle, once again, will be in the video description box. So that is the energy that's coming through today, you guys. And look at that. The Knight of Wands is actually the energy at the bottom of the deck. So there is a lot of passion also. Sacral chakra energy is really standing out here to me. I'm feeling heat in my sacral chakra as I'm channeling this energy. So if you are, feeling activated in that area, you could very well be telepathically in the 5D picking up on your twin flames energy as well, especially if it feels like that activation didn't stem from you, like there was no other stimulus or cause in your environment for it. The energy is very strong right now in the collective for that. So let's see if I can get a couple more cards, Spirit. What else do we need to know? I'm actually being guided to a different deck here. So let's see. I'm going to use Messages Through Music, Intuitive Oracle for Twin Flames. This is by Liz Harrison. I recently purchased this deck and I absolutely love it. It's got beautiful guidance for twin flames on this crazy journey. So let's see, Spirit, any other messages for the collective? Wow. Let go of fear now. In this silence, the magic happens. Your twin flame is working things out and opening their heart and mind to you and the power of the connection. Trust that you are both doing the work and that your twin will find their way back to you at the right time. This could not be more synchronistic. If you remember me speaking on leaning into the darkness and being okay with the unknown earlier in this video, this card addresses exactly that sentiment. Expect a message or a chance meeting very soon. Could not get more synchronistic, you guys. They want to be close to you and you know it. You will be feeling the heat in your body as the Kundalini rises and feeling the power in your soul. So just as I said with the Knight of Wands card from the tarot, if you are feeling activation in your sacral chakra, or Kundalini as some people know it as, you are definitely running off of your twin flames energy as well, especially if it didn't stem from you. So this energy is actually what is allowing the counterparts to come back towards each other. It's acting as a source of magnetic pull for the counterparts back into union with one another. Very powerful messages. I really like what's coming through here. Any guidance? I'm going to go to the Starseed Oracle here to see if I can pull any guidance cards for what to do in the meantime while you are awaiting your reunion, because it's definitely on the horizon. That energy is very strong right now. Safety and trust. These are the two words that are really being highlighted to me in this card. You and your twin flame are safe. Your twin flame is protecting your connection. Trust. Have faith in one another. That will be the foundation of your connection. And this is going to be the most challenging part, especially if trust was broken in the connection in the past. So you are being guided to work on that. Do whatever you need to heal yourself. Soul plan, fated life versus the destiny life. There you go. I just heard Spirit say that you cannot sabotage what is meant for you. This is a very synchronistic message. If something is meant for you, it will find its way to you, no matter what you do. In the meantime, share your song, right? Just like we were talking about that ascension, finding your soul purpose and finding the ability, the strength, and the desire to do it on your own without needing somebody else. And that's when that somebody else that you've been waiting for materializes at your door, in this case, your twin flame. So that is the guidance from Spirit for those who are resonating with today's energy. And I love the energy at the bottom of the deck. the star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom. Look a little deeper. When you can't see every step of your counterpart's journey, look a little deeper. Look into yourself, because you are one soul, and you will find your counterpart within you first. I really love that. I am going to now close this reading out by channeling some love messages. I'll start with the masculine's messages for the feminine. I will be using the Mercury separation edition. So this is especially for people who are in full-blown separation right now. Your counterpart is working hard. Your counterpart is working very hard. I want to impress you, it says. So whatever it is that they know they needed to work on to become a better person for your connection and for you, they have it with, they are working on that with this desire in mind, that they want to show you that your feelings, your sentiments, and your perception was important enough for them to make this change. I lied when I said I didn't care about you. Absolutely. This happens all the time in twin flame connections, where the runner twin will say things like this in order to push their other counterpart away, because the connection is so intense and it's triggering and they don't know how else to de-escalate. So they tend to resort to cutting off the connection. But that doesn't last for true twin flames, because that pull is so strong that they keep coming back together. And of course, everybody has free will, right? So unfortunately, some twin flames keep doing that dance where they go in and out and in and out of union. But for those that happens for, there's a lot more inner work to be done, because there's more triggering that's happening in that connection. Could be inner child wounding, could be other forms of shadow work that need to be done. But the fact is that it doesn't have to look that way. You just have to figure out a way around that. And also being mindful of whether or not this is a true twin flame connection. Because sometimes we can think one thing, but our intuition is telling us something else, right? Because our ego mind wants to believe something, but our intuition is actually hinting at something else. So always be sure to clear your energy and then tune into your intuition so you can interpret it properly. Because your intuition is never wrong, but your interpretation of it could definitely be wrong if you are not tuning in with a clear mind space, with cleared energy, if that makes sense. Definitely true twin flame energy. I'm always thinking of you. How could you not be, right? Because in the 5D, you're constantly 24/7 connected. From the moment you're born, before you're even born, your twin flame is already always a part of you. And they are wanting you to reach out to them, especially on the 5D. So energy clearing, meditation time in nature, grounding exercises, all of those things are really highlighted, especially in times of separation, because it helps you to reconnect to your counterpart's higher self. And that allows you to not feel so isolated. I'm going to choose number 40, Blessing of Al-Hakim. I don't think I've ever pulled that card before. And I'm trying to figure out what I did with my Rumi guidebook here. One moment. That's strange. I usually sit with my decks here. I lost it today, huh? Let's see. One sec. Okay. There we go. It's like, where on earth did I put this thing? All right. So this is the Divine Feminine's higher self message for the masculine. This is the number 40 card. So Some of you could definitely be seeing 444 a lot as an angel number as well. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is opinion. Bewilderment is vision. Rumi. The gift of wisdom, the blessing of Al-Hakim, gurgles up from your heart. Her blessing is evoked by life, like the laughter of a babe joyfully responding to the playful tickle of the mother's hand. Wisdom can make divine sense of anything, especially of that where logic is blinded. How I revere the blessing of Al-Hakim, of wisdom, for she is precious and welcome to me now and always, the dear friend who brings me such peace. That is so synchronistic and beautiful. Pretty much just covered in one little paragraph everything that we've talked about in this reading. The need for clearing your energy, tuning into your higher self and your intuition, and tuning out the logical or ego mind that tends to mislead us many times away from our intuition. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's reading and that you get some meaningful messages for yourself and your connection from it. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I will look forward to seeing you guys on Instagram as well, hopefully. But if not, I will definitely talk to you again in the next reading video. Good night, guys. Take care.